how the trail arm moves is such an important part of the golf swing and something which is very commonly misunderstood. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you some really simple ideas as to how the trail arm serves its purpose throughout the golf swing itself, and a really simple drill so that we can use the trail arm much more effectively each and every time, so we can hit the golf ball much more consistently and repeatedly from there. So without further ado, let's get stuck in.
This ain't what you used to, this ain't what you used to, this ain't what you used to, this ain't what you used to.
Now there's two main parts of impact which the trail arm influences, which is what we want to discuss today. The first one being club face, so where the club face is aiming at impact, and the second one being club plane or swing plane, the plane at which we are swinging on. So how the trail arm would affect the club face: if I'm someone who swings back and the trail arm works behind me quite excessively, that more often than not can close the club face on the way back. And if I'm someone who has the golf club or the trail arm working too far outward on the way back, that can excessively open the club face as well in turn. Again, when we're referring to shaft plane, if I swing to the top and my trail arm is too outwards, this shoulder head works too externally, the golf club can lay itself behind me too much. And if I'm someone who drags the trail arm behind me too much, so I'm too internal, that can cross line the golf club in turn as well. So how our trail arm works throughout the swing plays much more of a role in our swing and our impact than is commonly discussed. So how does the trail arm work? Well, in its simplest form, there's two parts to this for us to understand. As we're getting set up, if we imagine the elbow joint here and my trail arm is an axis, what essentially happened in this first move being from set up back to shaft parallel, is the upper half of the arm will not really move too much, but the lower half of the arm will be looking to move away from me, essentially rotating off that axis, and you'll note how the trail shoulder will work quite externally away from me. So with a golf club in hand, that will look something like this. The whole arm hasn't moved away. I haven't moved this trail arm behind me. I've just rotated my lower half of my arm off the axis of the elbow joint. Now, one really key move here, and why this is really important, where many go wrong, is if I look at where my trail elbow is in relation to the seam of my shirt, my trail elbow has not moved behind that seam. It's absolutely paramount for us to swing repeatedly that from a setup to shaft parallel position, that the trail elbow does not move behind me. And the way we achieve that isn't whereby we drag the whole golf club away from me, which is what many people do. It's for this lower part of the arm to rotate off that axis to this point here. So that would be phase one, should we call it. Now from there, all I have to simply do is make a rotation of the chest all the way to the top to keep that connection. I will start to feel in that journey, especially towards the upper end of that swing, there'll be a small amount of separation between the tricep and the armpit to the top, but very insignificantly so. My right arm is going to be a position where I'm no more than 90 degrees. Anything more would be too much. And I've now made a real nice controlled move of the trail arm up to the top. Club face in a good place. The shaft plane is in a really good position as well. And I'm in a pretty good position at the top of the swing there, just to rotate freely through the golf ball from there. Now let's explore that drill that we spoke about towards the start of the video to help us understand how this trail arm works. So all I want you to do is to set up and feel like your right arm or your trail arm is out, underside towards the camera, like you're about to give blood, and then grip the golf club from there. That's going to set this trail arm in a position where we can start to work it in the correct way on the way back. And then all I want you to feel from setup up to the top of the swing is like this trail hand is moving to the top in a position whereby I'm holding a tray of drinks. So if I'm giving blood and now I am serving a tray of drinks, I'm in a position now whereby I've got that nice 90-degree box which I was on about at the top. My club face is going to be in a pretty good position given a neutral grip. The shaft or the plane of the golf club is going to be in a pretty good spot as well, and I can do nothing different other than just rotate on and through the golf ball to a nice full finish from there. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, drop me a comment in the comment section down below or follow me on my socials. For any individual or online coaching, drop me a follow on the SKILLEST app and give me a message on there. But until next time, catch you on the next one.
This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't